Wednesday. I was trying to like blow my nose and stuff while the intro countdown thing was going, and I was not that successful. How are you? Did you have a good weekend? I had a good weekend. I mean, I think I did. It was interesting. I missed you guys. How are you? I'm asking someone for something real quick that's actually pertinent to this show because they just popped in. So, hold on. My chair's bra strap is showing. That's what Dave calls it. He's like, your chair wears a bra now. This is how short I am. You're welcome. Now you know. I have to like jump up to get into my chair. There. That's done. Yeah, that's how short I am. Now you know. Now you know. How are you guys? I hope you hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe, please. It takes you like not even a microsecond. You just press the button. And I know I'm drinking water out of a Gatorade bottle, so I'm out of Gatorade. And I dehydrate easy. Medical conditions. I had a very, very busy weekend. Very busy weekend. We're going to talk about all of that. I did take like an afternoon to girl myself because I needed it. I say like, I had a great weekend. I had a good weekend. But if you guys were paying attention to my posts, I mean, it wasn't like, wee! It was interesting, to say the least. But we do have a very interesting topic today. A very interesting topic. And lucky you guys, I happen to have the inside scoop. Or I don't know if inside scoop is the best way to say it. More like a better perspective on the inner machinations, we'll say. So I have a better perspective on the inner machinations of X-Men 97. I will say that the creator of the show and executive producer did threaten to kidnap my kitten more than once, most recently this morning. So if you see any news that Beau DeMayo has gone missing, it's because he has kidnapped my kitten, Remy Etienne LeBeau, and I had to handle business. So, best friends be damned. You don't steal my cat. Anyway, love you all. Make sure you hit the like button and ring the notification bell. It is time to get into some stuff. It's time to get into some stuff. Apologies. I'm just... Da-da-da-da. I love this. Na, 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 na. And you can see Riker better now. Hello. He's so handsome. I just love him. Just love him so much. So say hi in the chat. Which reminds me, it's time to do just that. And remember, if if you don't know, members and super chats get their good mornings first because it's only fair. This love we have, it's transactional, and you should get what you pay for. That's right. And that's one of the benefits of being a member in my nerdling army is that your chat gets privileged. I don't know if it's access, but like bumped. I see you better. I throw you up there better. You get your good mornings first and all that stuff. So super chats, members, super thanks, super stickers. It's all super appreciated. But that's one of the benefits. And we will have a members only stream this Friday. I could not help what happened last week. It was horrendous, and we're going to talk about that too. So very, very sorry about that. That was a day. That was unfun for everyone involved. But with that said, let's see who all we have today. Oh, of course, we have Ensign Deranged Lunatic, who's also a beta reader for my books. Good morning, Ensign Deranged Lunatic, member in the Nerdling Army. Hello. And we have Lieutenant Fancheered, one of our recent recruits. Good morning, Lieutenant Fancheered. Good morning. Who else do we have? We have Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. Good morning, Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS and my Red 5 brother. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning, Lieutenant Carl Peachy. Good morning, member of the Nerdling Army. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, I'm wearing these shorts and they are not comfortable. I wore jean shorts today. I'm so excited that I can fit into them, but that doesn't mean they're exactly super comfortable to lounge around in the house in. Good morning, Omari. Good morning. He has a good point. What do people think of Fantastic Four First Steps? That should be an indication of how Marvel Studios will handle the X-Men. Good morning, BL Blankenship Comics, fixing to go on lunch, tuned in, amped up, and ready. That's how I like it. What I like to hear. Hey, good morning. We have our contributing editor, Kino Reviews. Hello. You have Kino to thank for all the little bite-sized versions you see of some of our breakdowns out there on the channel. So say thank you to Kino. And for the sweet lighting. He actually got that for the studio a year ago, I believe. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? Everyone say thank you, Kino. Good morning, Slayeth. Good morning. Up. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Lieutenant Fancheered. Hi, Basement OK. Love Adam Driver. Hashtag save Stargate. Oh, buddy. That deserves. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? Here we go.
What the hell are you doing? In the middle of my backswing?
I love it. I love it. That's a funny one, right? And sing on one. Na 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 na. I really need to knock that off. You know? I need to knock it off. Which means I can't help it, man. It's a jam. It's a jam. It's fun. It's so fun. It's fun we have. Thank you so much. Good morning, Alex Clark. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, guys. I think we've said good morning to everyone. So that must mean that it's time. And I'm on the wrong banners. because I forgot to switch them over. Apologies. Here we go. All right. So first and foremost, let me switch that over. First and foremost, everyone's asking about the basement. The basement is okay. Some of my daughter's things are not. So what happened, for those who do not know, very late Thursday night or very early Friday morning, Southeast Missouri, pardon me, had a major storm, had a major thunderstorm. And Ameren, being what it is, we lost power. And it was just our side of the street. Apparently, it was just our side of the block. 16 houses, no power. And because we live in the country and it was so much water, because of where we live, we have a sump pump in our basement. A lot of you live in parts of the country or parts of the world that don't know what that is because you don't have a need for that. You don't have basements. What that is, it's a device that keeps your basement from flooding. Like if there's a bobber, and once the water level reaches a certain point, the sump pump kicks on and it sucks the water away from your house. It is powered by electricity. My daughter's room is in the basement. And our basement isn't completely finished. So the storm started around 1 a.m. Lightning struck a tree. The tree knocked out power lines, knocked out our power. The sump pump did not kick on. And around 2 o'clock in the morning, the basement flooded with several inches of water soaking my daughter's room. None of us got sleep. We had to bolt downstairs. Thankfully, our neighbors across the street allowed us to all put together like several extension cords across the street and plug in the sump to try to get some of the water out. But it took a day to get all of the water out. And my daughter's boyfriend came over and helped clean. So she's still like, we're still washing towels and blankets, and like her rug got ruined, a lot of her shoes and clothes, and she had a box of her late father's like memories tokens on the floor. He passed 4 years ago. So it was a really, really, really terrible experience. Really terrible. But you guys have been very wonderful and very thoughtful. And many of you have checked in on us. And we really, really appreciate that. So thank you very much for your thoughts and your considerations and your prayers. It has meant a lot. I mean, she's got the washing machine going right now because I mean, it just like it was rough. It was pretty rough. So it took them I'm so sorry. We were without power for almost 24 straight hours. It was pretty bad, and it was hot and muggy and gross. But we managed. We did okay. So that's why there was not a members only stream Friday at noon or 1 Friday at 1 because we didn't have power. We didn't have power till like 4, 5 o'clock, something like that. Wasn't a full 24 hours. Sorry. I'm exaggerating. But it was, I mean, that meant we didn't have water either. Our well pump, all of it works on electric. So we lost food, lost a lot of my daughter's things and memories. And it just goes to show you that even, people like us who prefer to grow a lot of our own produce and do raise some livestock and have a wood stove and try to save up, canned goods and dry food and stuff. We were caught unprepared in that situation. We were not completely prepared. So it can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone at any time. But very grateful to our community, our neighbors who allowed us to basically steal their power for about 15, 16 hours, if not longer, to try to drain that water out. And to all of you guys who checked in on us and looked after us. So thank you very much. So that's what was going on there. But other than that, craziness that was going on, I spent a lot of time just working on the channel. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have really worked hard to refresh a lot of things. I don't know if you guys have gone and looked. The store should be good to go. The merch store on the channel should be all ready to go. As far as the TikTok store, no idea. No idea. You guys should have some new badges. I am very interested to hear what you think about those. I worked pretty hard on them. But if you don't like them, let me know. I mean, they're your badges. So there is a couple new emojis, I believe. Nerdling Army specific. I did refresh the packaging on several breakdown episodes. I believe I refreshed Harley Quinn, The Secret Mission of Science Fiction, Dr. Fate, Captain Atom, The Question. What else? I did a bunch of them. I was just like locked in. I did get editing done some editing done on Big Barda. I tried using this software called Movavi, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know if some of you have heard of it or have used it. I gave it a try. A lot of the features are very handy. I found them super, super handy. I was like, oh yeah, that's very, very helpful. Thank you very much. I like that. But when it came to actually editing the footage, like cutting things down and moving things around, it was incredibly slow. Like I would click something and it would take it 20 to 25 seconds for it to catch up with me. And I tried, changing the preferences to a lot more RAM to it, or, do a defrag optimization, whatever. Zero options for that. None whatsoever. So I'm probably going to finish out the rest of it with Premiere Pro. We'll see. I tried to use Canva, but my files are too big over Canva. My breakdown videos are. But I should be done very soon. As soon as I'm done with the live stream today, I will go over and be working super dedicated on the Big Barda breakdown. I'm so invested. I'm so into it. I really love this character. What I wouldn't give to write for Big Barda. Like, comic book, movie, TV show, cartoon. I don't care. I think Big Barda is one of the most underrated gems in comic books, period. Like I was explaining to Dave last night, I explained to Dave Big Barda in this like amazingly passionate and super well thought out, structured way. And as soon as I was done, I was like, damn it. Why didn't I do that for the breakdown? Like that was so good. Hopefully the breakdown is just as good. Like I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's the best one I've done so far. But the things I said to Dave, it's like, Dave, I need you to stand right behind the camera whenever I record. And I'll just talk to you. I think that's my problem. I feel like I need an actual person to explain shit to when I'm doing breakdowns, because I get so much better at it when there's a real person there. But clearly I'm really into Big Barda. And, I feel like we get older, and we look at some of these characters with different eyes. We're on the other side of our lives, we have a totally different perspective. When I was a kid, I was like, oh yeah, Big Barda, so what? She got married, whatever. Now that I'm older and I've experienced marriage and motherhood and domestic life and, had a few battles of my own, I get Big Barda. Like, I really get Big Barda. So, anyway, there's all that information. I also made a bunch of new bumpers for Veiled Legacy Book 1 Midwest Gothic. Please tell me what you think of those. I worked so hard on them. I made all of those with Canva to kind of train myself on the app. And I remember like grumbling towards the end of one of them, like, you know what? Tabitha said this was supposed to be easier and quicker. And I'm just like, why is this giving me a problem? Why can't I find this? Nah. But anyway, I made new bumpers for Veiled Legacy. There's 3 more. With the new pages that Evan has provided, and he is working on line work for our first cover. We're probably going to do several because, man, he provided like 7 thumbnails for some pretty amazing covers. So, and I put the thumbnails on Patreon. It's been there for almost 3 weeks now. And I told the patrons to vote. So vote. You guys pick which one we work on first. And only Backyard TARDIS voted. Only Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS voted. So I waited 2 weeks and I put it on the campaign as well. No one's voted on the campaign. I'm like, all right, I'm clearly doing something wrong here because I know this book is a banger. I know this book is so dope. I know the writing is amazing. The artwork is amazing. Not to like pat myself on the back too hard, but I know it's really, really good and it's interesting and it's a good concept. But I'm struggling to like get people to like, look at this, look at it. But anyway, I put the thumbnails up and I got 1 vote across those 2 platforms, and that was Backyard TARDIS. So I made an executive decision because it's my book and no one else was voting. But anyway, anywho, I'll probably be working on new merch, or I will be working on new merch for the Patreon soon, since we have a new font logo and all that good stuff. And I guess that's it. We will have our members only stream this Friday. I just moved it. I'm going to move it. And as soon as I'm done today, I'll be hard at work on Big Barda. So I think that's, last Days of the Hesperides. As soon as I am done with, editing Big Barda, I will be back starting my third round of rewrites. What I'm calling my third round of rewrites on The Last Dance of the Hesperides. And I am switching that from a third person omniscient to a first person perspective. And there. Kino, are you a member again? Kino, are you a member again? I guess it's as good as time of any to get back into the chat. Let's check in with the chat. Check in with the chat. Check in. Hey, Travis Mitchell. Good morning. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. Hello, Danny and Chad. I'm in New Hampshire. We had probably the most violent rain thunderstorm we've had in years at 3 a.m. It was crazy. I bet it was it like at the same time on Friday? Was it the same storm? Was it like that big? Was it that big? Was it that big? It's crazy. Omari has gifted 1 comics and membership. Thank you so much, Omari. This first clip is going to be for Travis. What shall we play? Let's see. I'm feeling Scottish.
Your wish is my command. I was secretly on your side all along, you silly sausage.
You silly sausage. I love ya. And then for the Kino got the gift. Kino got the gift. Kino got the gift. All right. He got the gift, so that means
receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission. Nerdling Army clearance approved. Access granted. Welcome, nerdlings.
welcome, nerdlings. Yay! Thank you so much for gifting yet another membership, Omari. And before I even say it, I'm just going to let you guys know, Omari gifts these all the time, and he won't buy one for himself. He wants you guys to gift one to him. He has that's his thing. That's his way of doing things. Why am I playing with my hair today? I don't know. It's an anxiety thing. Okay? I try to stop and it can't. Okay? Can't. I did take some girl time for myself this weekend. I did my nails. I do them myself to save money. And I don't trust other people. Anyway. Did I see Fernando? Buenos dias, Fernando. Hello, my friend. How are you? Hello. And thank you. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. And we had some family drama because, tensions are high. You're boiling hot. You're suffocating. There's no water. I gave the last of my water to the dogs. I just felt so bad for them. And the kitty, because, we have a kitty. Travis is one who doesn't love X-Men. Did I read that correctly? Are you the only person? Have we met the one person who doesn't love X-Men? An idea that they could lean into is the school being for gifted youngsters, not just mutants. The arc being educating any kids struggling with powers, not just mutants. No. I say no. Fernando. I'm very excited about Adam Driver Magneto casting. The hell with the criticism. We're going to talk about that because right now it's just rumor. It's just rumor. And yes, Lieutenant Carl Peachy, there is some criticism. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. Water is always the big thing when power goes out in the country. Whenever we have a big storm, we fill the bathtubs. That's what you're supposed. We were asleep, though. We were asleep when it started. It was kind of unexpected. I was about to start digging into the back of the tank of the toilet. And the problem, I have medical issues with extreme heat, like heat. I overheat and dehydrate way easier and much faster than able-bodied average people. And when it's very hot, it becomes very difficult for me to use my prosthetic. So walking around becomes an issue as well. So my daughter was like, bed, mother. She was very, very motherly to me, and it was kind of adorable. Can I take a second to brag about my kid? Like, I know we're going to talk about X-Men, but if you guys don't mind, I would just like to say that my youngest daughter, Amelia, is an absolute badass. I always thought, and everyone, you know, including Caro, tells you, you're powerful. You're powerful. I love it when she says that to me. But everyone will always tell me that, you know, I'm so strong. I'm tough. And I am. I'm a tough guy. But my kid, grace under pressure. Not just grace under pressure, like, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it done. Nope, you do this. Like, takes charge and just didn't freak out. Doesn't want to procrastinate, put things off. She is an utter badass. And I was just unbelievably impressed by her in a situation where there was not her stepfather, but, you know, other men present that were like, you know, not stepping up and doing what needed done. Because my husband was at work, and she was just like, here's what we're doing. You shut up. You get that. No. You go, Mom. No. You go take your leg off. Go. No. You go sit down. No. You are going to hurt yourself. I am not hearing it. Come up. No, we're doing this. She was incredible. She was absolutely incredible. She's still a teenager, and she really handled that with a serious amount of grace, maturity, responsibility, and just strength and power. And I was so impressed with her because she didn't do it like some ball-busted hag, you know. She handled it like a true leader, and I was so unbelievably proud of her. So, proud mom moment. Very proud of her. Very proud. Woo! Another $5 from Lieutenant Fan Cheered. Good rewrites after falling behind on beta reading. One of our cameos, Joe Flanagan's. Oh, that's right. Fan Cheered is another one of the beta readers. Yay, welcome. Joe Flanagan's going viral. Has been swapped on posts. New cameos. Hashtag Save Stargate. I love Joe Flanagan. If anyone wants to, like, gift me a Joe Flanagan cameo for my birthday in September, I would not be upset. I love Joe Flanagan. Just saying. But anyway, thank you very much for that. And very proud of my kid. Lieutenant Carl Peachy, it was understandable. I'm glad you and your family are okay. That's the most important part. It is. Still might see Odyssey, but from Alan and Chris's review, I'm beginning to change my mind. Listen, when the absolute nobody, when the Midwestern middle-aged mom who writes comic books and novellas is writing a more historically accurate, Hellenistic, Attic Greek story than one of the most one of the most renowned filmmakers of our time. That's sad. And again, I posted this on Twitter. This isn't a moment. This is Mr. Dolan, how am I putting in more work than you? That is sad. That is showing how lazy you are. I should not be able to knock this out of the park with Google in my little farmhouse than you should with a team of experts at your disposal out there in Hollywood, where it is your job to make these things, accurate. People are paid to find this information for you. I say, to the crows with that. And the Sly Stallone pick, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're supposed to be doing chat right now. Lieutenant Backyard Tar says a lot of people mute Patreon because they subscribe to someone that posts too much. Yeah, so you don't have that problem with me. But yeah, I get that. I need to figure out how to do that because I do have a lot of people that post too much. Says, I'm just ready to read your last Dance of the Sparrows. I need to get on it. Listen, I am so excited. I'm so excited that I'm excited to finish editing Big Barda because I love this breakdown and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Like, I'm really, really proud of it. I really feel like I've done some good work here and that my passion for the character really shines through. But I'm also excited to finish it so I can get back to my writing on Hesperides because I'm really excited with the direction I'm taking it. The story itself is not going to change. So for my beta readers that are listening, that part is not going to change. The plot is not going to change. The story is not going to change. But the perspective is changing. If anyone has read Memnoch the Devil by Anne Rice, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from that for the voice. And it's always been there in the back of my head, but it really took some kind of like up the back of my head to really listen to that. So very excited. I'm really excited. And I'm really excited that someone else is excited too, because I really, really love the story. I really love this character. And the moment I realized the voice, the moment I realized the inspiration for his voice, I realized who Melis, the main character, is to me and to the story. Most importantly to me, because that helps me write him better. So I need to finish editing. So moving on. What? I don't understand how people can't like X-Men. I just don't understand that. I do not understand that. Carl Peachy, Lieutenant Carl Peachy, Dune hardcover books are on sale now, $66. Shut your face. Oh, is it Gambit? Oh my God, yes. Hashtag save Stargate. September 7th. I'm just saying. September 7th is my birthday. The Batman released a teaser. I saw it. It's a very teaser. It's just like the back of Robert Pattinson's head. Hey, the 97 film is free to watch on YouTube, and it's 10 times better than Nolan's. Be right back. Text or message if you need anything. Good morning, Cosmortal Comics. Did I yell that yet? People are acting shocked at how inaccurate Christopher Nolan is with the Odyssey. Clearly didn't see the signs. With his Dark Knight films, Batman is fantastical, while Batman is fantastical, while his Batman was James Bond, basically. Samar, good morning. Sup? Dropped a like. You gonna touch on anything DC? Be back. We're gonna get into headlines here in a second. All right. With that said, we should drop into headlines because we've been here a while. All right, let's drop into some headlines. So speaking of DC, my internet just slowed down. Let me know if I get crunchy or anything. Glitchy or crunchy. Weird. I have to pull it up right there. So weird. Here we go. So speaking of DC stuff, James Gunn has completely just ignored the Supergirl bombing. Like, we're not talking about it at all. We're just gonna forget Supergirl. And he's decided that Xolo Maridueña is going to be in Superman Man of Tomorrow. He's decided to announce that Xolo is going to be in Supergirl Man of Tomorrow. Superman Man of Tomorrow. Apologies. Not Blue Beetle 2. Nothing else. Just Superman Man of Tomorrow. I was trying to find the post for it. I thought I bookmarked it, but I didn't. Again, he sat there and just completely bashed the MCU that made it possible for him to have the job that he has and called it cameo porn. And what has he done? The movies that he makes for the DCU, the projects that he works on for the DCU is cameo porn. I remember the first time I saw the cast list for Superman, I was like, is Superman going to get enough screen time in his own movie? Like, is this a solo movie or is it a Justice League movie? Like, what's going on here? And so now here we have the second Superman movie. And again, we're rumored to have this astronomically long cast list of other superheroes. Maxima and Wonder Woman are both rumored. I think it's just Wonder Woman. The Justice Gang again, and actually Xolo Maridueña as Blue Beetle. I do love Jaime. I love Jaime. This is, again, great casting for most of every single character. Amazing casting. Terrible writing. Terrible writing. But I do like Jaime. I think Xolo is great casting for that. However, if you go on the production sites, if you go on all the bulletin boards for production, it still shows that he's playing Nova. And according to Marvel, Michael Waldron, who wrote Loki and Multiverse Madness and Why can't I say it? Help me out here. Why did my brain just go? WandaVision. Thank you. He wrote those, and now he's working on the Nova script. I don't see that as a terrible thing, but someone's definitely going to have to rein him in. He's going to need watched. And again, this is Disney Marvel we're talking about. So who knows what's going to happen. Nova has gone back and forth between a movie, a special presentation, a series, a special presentation, and now back to a movie. And now it's being done by Michael Waldron. Who knows at this point? Who knows? Monkeys may come flying out of our butts. We're going to talk about that in a second. And then there's the Paramount purchase of Warner Brothers. This headline: the WGA, the Writers Guild of America, which is a union which was started by the mob. All unions were started by the mob. It's actually communism. I said it. They do have their great ideas, but all things have two sides. Okay, they all have two sides. Anyway, the WGA has filed a lawsuit. There's been a couple filed, but the WGA, Writers Guild of America, has filed a lawsuit to block the Paramount merger of Warner Brothers. With fewer competitors, a merged Paramount Warner Brothers entity would have both the incentive and ability to lower costs by suppressing writers' wages and reducing output. Bullshit. Listen, if that was something you genuinely cared about, union, if that was something you genuinely cared about, then you would have spoke up 6 years ago. You would have spoke up 6 years ago when they repealed the Paramount laws, making it possible for studios to own movie theaters and networks and the whole store, basically, thus eliminating the need for competition, period. All this does is create more limited competition between streaming services, not between the writers. Come off it. It used to be we had the Paramount laws to force studios to compete through quality. They couldn't own theaters and TV networks because that way they could just put whatever they wanted out there. It didn't have to be good or bad. It was 100% profit. It didn't matter. It was a trust. Okay. But during COVID, they snuck that repeal in there. So now they can own those things. And then you started seeing worse and worse quality crap coming out because it doesn't matter anymore. They don't have to put in the effort and they don't have to pay people as much to do it. They don't have to compete with quality. It's all lumped in under umbrellas. under the umbrella of a streaming service or a network. See what I'm saying here? They're full of shit. They're completely full of shit. They're just mad that Paramount is going to have more money than them. They're going to have more subscribers. It's about subscribers now, not quality. If they really cared about competitive wages and cared about output, quality output from writers, they would not have stood by and do nothing and actually encouraged the repealing of the Paramount laws. It's crap. It's total crap. Okay. Let's one more chat and then we go into our link. Let's see. The Blue Beetle Force announcement where he's appearing in Man of Tomorrow. Yup. Didn't James Gunn say he wasn't going to do cameos? I mean, was he talking? He was lying. Everyone's a cameo fest. Yeah, he lies. Everything he says is a lie. James Gunn consistently makes Zack Snyder look good. I didn't think that was possible. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, he will be in his 40s by the time there's a next Blue Beetle movie. If there is. By the time that this merger is allowed to go through, James Gunn's going to be out of that corner office. Not going to happen anymore. Is that Lieutenant Commander Dane Gray? Or I'm sorry, Lieutenant Commander Doc Brown. Good morning. Long time no see. I'm going to see you in a couple months, though. Lieutenant or Ensign Loki Jarson, Cosmortal Comics. Let's not say things we can't take back. So funny. Great casting, but horrible writing. Always. Every time. He did say Blue Beetle was the actual first film in his DCU. Then he says it's Creature Commandos. Exactly. Over and over again. He goes back and forth. Blue Beetle is actually the first character in the DCU. Creature Commandos is actually the first vehicle in the DCU. Superman is actually the first film in the DCU. And now he's bringing Zolo back as Jaime Reyes. So has he remembered that Zolo, Jaime Reyes was the first DCU character? Blue Beetle? This is just because Ellison's supposed friendship with the big bad orange man. All the other stuff is just bluster. Oh, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Lieutenant Commander Doc Brown. All the legacy studios can burn. AI production studios are already on the rise. No unions there. It will bring creativity back to merit. Even George Lucas, Peter Jackson, they've all said, listen, you're going to get left behind. They're tools. George Lucas said it's the same thing as saying, it's stealing jobs from horses. It's like cars stealing jobs from horses. And he's right. It's a tool. Now you can't let the car, I mean, Tesla can drive for you, but how good does that actually do? You can't let the AI do the driving for you. You can't let the AI create for you. You can't do that. But you can use it for some very helpful things. The way I look at it, it's kind of like a souped up ship's computer. Like it's great to help with research. You should double check. Highly recommend. And it's great for accumulating a list of names for things. Like if you're looking to name like a side character or something like that, or a shop or whatever. Right there. Very handy with that. But it is very short-sighted to just look at it as something that will just take over, and it's demonic and is just gonna leave actual creatives aside. I don't see it as that at all. I see it as just another tool that you're just going to have to find a way to use responsibly. What exactly is the way to use it responsibly and ethically? We're going to have to find out on our own. We're going to have to discover that. I definitely know what it's not. It's not just saying, make me a movie. Make me a movie about vampires and go. It's not that at all. You still have to be creative and work, So you have to know how to write and describe things. Thank you again for the $5 super chat, Lieutenant Commander Doc Brown. Looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple of months. Very much. So it's amazing. Actually, I drive mine on full self-driving 99% of the time. It's going to break the auto. I forgot you got one of those. I totally forgot. It's only been like a couple of weeks, right? Like just a few weeks. It hasn't been that long at all. The best DC universe is the DCAU. Absolutely agree. Batman, the animated series, Superman, the animated series, Justice League. Love Justice League Unlimited. Plus, the DCAMU is far better than Guns. Saw Under the Red Hood. I love Under the Red Hood. That is my favorite. Absolutely love it. It is my all over favorite. Thank you. I'm down 80 pounds. I've lost 40 since MegaCon. And I've lost 5 inches around my waist. This was something I didn't tell you guys on announcements. I see a nutritionist, a weight loss doctor, because of all my health issues. She is so proud of me and so impressed. And I gave her some tips because she has other amputee patients. She wants me to write a paper. She wants me to write an article that I could actually make some money off of about my experience, how I did it, because she says I have a very unique perspective that she feels people could benefit from. Hooray! So I got to work on that at some point. But I think that's enough jibber jabber, and we've been here for an hour. Wow. We're having fun though, right? I hope so. God, I hope so. But with that said, oh, wow, guys. So we've seen a lot of rumors going on about the new X-Men reboot. I know we're all pretty stressed about it. We're all pretty stressed. Like, I know I am. I really love X-Men. X-Men was one of my first forays into comic books. It's one of the titles that I do keep within arm's reach. I have this little organizer right here that I have several, like, obviously there's a couple notebooks in there, but I do keep this little organizer here, and there are several comics, and one of them is Chris Claremont, obviously. God Loves, Man Kills, 1984. It was right after John Byrne got canned. So, you still have the John Byrne style. Yes, Sam Neill died, like right after Caro and I had an episode about him. I watched The Hunt for Red October like that night. Just such a good human. Good human. But I do have other. I really love the X-Men and X-Men adjacent comics. Like, I really do. Rogue and Gambit among my favorite, honestly. Like, I named my cat Remy LeBeau after Gambit. Anyway, and we've had rumors for years about a live action X-Men. We've really, really wanted it. But lately, it's been more of a, oh God, are they going to do it now? So the latest rumors, let's put this back up. The latest rumors have come from Apocalyptic Horseman. He's not exactly super reliable. And I don't put a lot of weight into the scoopers these days because, first of all, I am not my time to shine. Hello. That rumor needs to stop. Like, I am not. No, pretty sure it's Daniel RPK. I'm not. And Apocalyptic Horseman, who was that other one? Divinity Seeker. Like, no. Adam Driver didn't exactly have a stellar experience with Disney. And he didn't seem thrilled with Kylo Ren's direction. If we can recall him on Saturday Night Live, like, I didn't kill Han Solo. Wokeness killed Han Solo. And that was like at the height of all of that. So, but Apocalyptic Horseman is saying, and it's getting shared around everywhere, that Adam Driver is being cast as Magneto. I personally think he's a wonderful actor, and we should be so lucky. He's wonderful. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. But right now, I think it's kind of, it would be like the worst timing imaginable with the Harry Potter Black Snape thing. Like, everyone wanted Adam Driver for Severus Snape. Like, everyone. So if you cast him as Magneto, there might be some anger about that. Like, but he would be phenomenal. He's a really good actor. He really is. And former Marine, you're always a Marine. He can definitely be intimidating. Now, there are some people who are like, no, like my friend Aaron Sparrow, he thinks he's homely. I know a lot of women who think Adam Driver is just a smoke show. He's definitely got the body. He's got the body going for him. But Aaron Sparrow says that, superheroes should be baseline hot. And he considers Adam Driver homely or off-putting. So he's like, it's a no for me. He's too homely. So there's that vote. So there are a few people who are like, no. And then there's that crowd that's like, no, he needs to be Snape. It's too late for that, honey. Like, that's not happening. They're not going to do that. They're going to be super stubborn about that. They have dug their heels in. They will never, ever admit they made a bad decision casting Papa Asiadu as Severus Snape. They will never, ever admit they screwed up. Ever. So, there's also rumor that Patrick Wilson is being eyed for Charles Xavier. I would be so down for that. I love Patrick Wilson. Love him. I think he is phenomenal. He is amazing in everything he does. And he is so hot. He is so fine. He is one of the leading roles in the Cape Fear series right now, which is not bad. It's totally different, but it's not bad. Patrick Wilson is phenomenal. He's a fantastic actor. I think he would be an amazing Charles Xavier. Yeah. Patrick Wilson and Adam Driver. I can see it. I had someone suggest Milo Ventimiglia. What? Why? I know. Absolutely not. But this isn't my only concern here. The casting isn't my only concern. Sorry. It's not on my nail. Let me get to it. Where are you at? So, Lee Sung Jin says Marvel Studios wants the X-Men movie to be character focused, as it should be, because the X-Men comics always have been. They've always been, a very, how did I explain this to Dave? I wish I would have recorded it. Dave discovered X-Men, like truly discovered X-Men. And the look in his eyes when he realized what X-Men was, it was like you could see his mind expanding behind his eyes. It was like, it was so cool to be a part of that. But they've always been, a very action-packed, superhero-y space soap opera. Okay? Like, come on. That's why so many girls who like comic books like X-Men. There's drama. There's so much drama. Like, I was telling him, because he said at first he liked Invincible and The Boys, those, the shows, because he felt like, yeah, this is, to me, very much what, I thought, real life, if there were really superpowered people, this is what it would really be like. And I said, to me, X-Men is what it would be like, because there is the drama. It's grounded, and it's got that really good, that well-written drama. It's almost just Shakespearean, all the stuff that happens, all the tragedy and the almosts, it's just like, if you haven't checked out my Betsy Braddock breakdown, my Psylocke breakdown, you should go do that. This poor woman, she finds out her brother is Captain Britain and that she's a mutant. the same day that she gets kidnapped and tortured. And then, like, it's not over. Then, why can't I say his name? He had like a weird name. Then she gets mind controlled, kidnapped again. Then she gets recruited by Strike in their PsyOps division. And she falls in love and gets engaged to a coworker named Tom. He gets murdered. She gets blinded. And she goes to recuperate in the Swiss Alps. And then she gets kidnapped again by Mojo. And what can I say? Anyway, it's crazy. It's just a crazy, twisted story. And that's how Mojo and Spiral. And that's how she gets the name Psylocke. Mojo names her Psylocke and gives her new eyes. It's such a drama. Like, she falls in love. She's getting ready to get married and murders her fiance. Spiral murders her fiance and blinds her. It's so soap opera-y. It's crazy. And I'm really worried about losing that. So Lee Sung Jin says, we're thinking about these characters and what makes them tick. What parts of them feel universally relatable? And leading with that, first, before we start thinking about plots and world stakes and all of that. I have concerns because I don't think they know what's relatable anymore at all. I don't. To them, relatable is entirely based on sexuality and how they look. And that's not how you make a character relatable. How you make a character relatable is writing them with empathy. Writing with empathy makes a character relatable. Having empathy makes things relatable. That's how you relate to people. Empathy. Disney no longer has empathy. They no longer know how to write with empathy. They have been writing with ChatGPT. They have been caught. And they don't even need to they don't even need to really kick the can around that much, right? This is what you need to do. Pull open one of the bigger books and you say, well, this looks good. Let's do this. How about that? We'll just do this. Here's our storyboard. I mean, we'll have to beef it up a bit because this is a comic and it only shows one action per panel. But one action per character per panel. And there's only, probably 50 words or 30 words of dialogue. But we just do this. How about that? Huh? Sounds like a good plan to me. The problem I have right now is that they think that the only thing that attracts us to these characters are the costumes and the names. That's what they think. They think, oh, just put a guy in the Wolverine costume, throw him out there, and people will buy tickets. That's all they like. That's all they care about. No. And that's become very obvious. How many of you have been watching X-Men 97 Season 2? I've been watching it. And it's very obvious that they have changed things. Even if you don't know things, you can feel the difference. I saw posts, and in fact, I save them and I send them to a certain someone that say it just feels like something is missing this season from X-Men 97. And I'm like, yeah, what could that be? What could that be? There is one person that seemed to understand the assignment. X-Men 97 Season 1 was the best performing anything across the board on the entire Disney Plus app. It has outperformed everything on the Disney Plus streaming app. X-Men 97 Season 1 to this day has outperformed everything on that app. And I truly believe that they still thought it was just because it was X-Men. But I think they're learning, especially after today's episode 5, that's not the case. That's not the case. I'm going to check in with the chat. Hey, thank you for the $2 super chat. Fan cheered. Adam Driver either looks living him for either looks love in him for roles. I'm going to say that there's a typo. And what you're trying to say is that he either looks great or doesn't. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat. Fan cheered. I'm going to give you another clip for that. I truly appreciate all the super chats. You have no idea how very much they help, because I need all the help I can get keeping all these lights on. I need good lighting.
But don't tell the boys. This is our secret girl plan.
I love you. So look, guys, comics are nuts, okay? Yes, they are. They don't need to think. Adapt the comic. Yes, exactly. That's pretty much what I was saying. So just do giant size X-Men. Adapt that comics. That is a great book. That is when you get Storm, you get Wolverine, you get Thunderbird, and he dies. It's a great book. Lieutenant Carl Peachy. And I thought I pressed it. The writing will be heavily AI written like Doomsday. Dude, I have it on good authority that they've been caught, or people have been caught using ChatGPT to write dialogue. Youch. Like, that's not good. Like, at all. I hear a kitty cat meowing. It's not good. But the highest rated episode of this season so far is episode 4. Is it any surprise That's the episode that was left untouched, written by Beau DeMayo. No, it's not a surprise. It's not at all. Sorry, I have to reapply. Highest rated of the season. People went nuts for that episode. It's amazing. I am the rocks of the eternal shore. Crash against me and be broken. Incredible. That is the episode. I had Dave sit right next to me at my desk, so he was close. We're old, okay? Trouble seeing things sometimes. I made him sit right next to me and watch it. And this scene, the dialogue, so amazing and incredible. Dave goes, see this right here. If superhero stuff was like this, I probably would have gotten into it more when I was younger. Like when I was a kid, I would have read comics. And I looked at him and I was like, that's X-Men. Like, I love my friend. Beau is an incredible writer. He's an amazing writer. And it's a testament to how much he loves, respects, and understands the X-Men property. This is X-Men. This is how X-Men is. And his eyes, he just goes. It was, I wish I would have recorded it. Look at that. And look at what my friend here, Verbal Riot, says. The only reason X-Men 97 is the best show Disney Plus has produced is because of Beau DeMayo, and Disney fired him. That is who you needed to do a live action X-Men. Not just because he understands and he writes it well. He knows how to write it. This man will research a project for several months before he even puts pen to paper, so to speak. But he will fight for it. He will fight. And he fought hard. He fought very hard for his team and for this project. If you still have yet to see or listen to the interview with Beau on this channel about this show, you need to go watch it after this stream, because Beau tells you, he tells us that Disney Marvel said fans don't want to see these stories. Fans don't want to see these stories in live action. They want to see our stories in live action. They want to see our takes. They don't want to see this stuff. They want to see our takes. And Beau said, you are out of your damn mind. The hell they do. They want to see X-Men comics. They want to see X Factor. They want to see this. This is what they want. They do not want to see your take on it. You will alienate all of the fans, because Disney really believed that we were going to get bored with seeing stories that we had already read in live action. That we wanted to see their take on it. We wanted to see new modernized stuff. And Beau was like, no. He stood up for fans because he is a fan. And I guarantee you, that is the crux of it. That's why they were like, listen, we got to get rid of this dude. He is not playing ball. He is not playing ball. He's not letting us do what we want to do. We got to do something here. So, this new episode that came out, this gives me my biggest concern about live action X-Men is this latest episode. So, episode 5, they show Wolverine. So, spoiler warning, Wolverine and the old Weapon X team. You got Lady Deathstrike, Maverick, Sabretooth, and Morph. Go out up north to the Weapon X labs. Remember, Magneto had taken all the adamantium out of Wolverine's body, and he's looking for answers. So they go to the labs. This episode was originally not written by Sadie, who is an absolute suspect human being. He's a slime ball. They want to sit there and say, well, DeMayo was harassing people. Who? Well, people. What people? People. But what people? They don't even have names. They don't have names. They don't have how. They don't have what. Nothing. Didn't happen. It didn't happen. In fact, Beau was the one being harassed. It was the other way around. But I'm just saying, if anyone warranted an investigation in that writer's room, it's Sadie. This guy is, what I have heard about that human, instant rage. Like, instant rage. Steam coming out of my flames all over my face. Madeline Kahn, Clue. No, seriously, all jokes aside, it was just instant rage. Horrible things. And I started adjusting things on my desk because I'm a woman, and when I get mad, I start moving things and cleaning and organizing. Beau originally wrote this entire episode 5. And let's just say it was not his choice that his name is no longer on it. And that it didn't go according to plan. So, something I noticed, and a lot of people have noticed about this episode, and they found very off-putting, is that it seems like they're trying to force this Morph and Wolverine relationship. They're trying to build us up to it. And apparently, what was supposed to happen at the end of this episode was that Morph was supposed to realize he's been very codependent on Wolverine. Like, he does have a crush on him, but Wolvie, totally straight. That's never going to happen. Ever. Ever. That is how the episode originally went. And Lady Deathstrike was, had like a little chit chat with Morph about it. A specific. Anyway, it's left very obviously open-ended with, the framing where you can see Wolverine's reflection in his claws and Morph's face in the front, where they leave it kind of open-ended, like they're definitely kind of preparing us or edging these two together. And it's just unsettling because this obsession with the sexual identities and sex lives of these fictional characters and altering them, it's just creepy and weird. It's super weird. And who we bang, who we fornicate with, who we love and sleep with, that's not the cornerstone of relatability. It's just, it's not, and never will it ever be. So seeing what happens when you have like the best person to handle that job and you get rid of them, and you have someone who clearly had an agenda against the previous and did some very suspect, dangerous things to that previous individual. I'm very angry. And they do this very weird thing, this weird, twisted, agenda-driven thing to this episode and claim the entire thing as their own. It really should give you a lot of concern about what they're going to do with the flagship of Marvel Comics. I think it's far too late. It is far too late for the MCU. I think it's over and done with. I don't think X-Men can save them now. Because I think they're going to do to X-Men what they have done to everything else. They're going to Disney it. They have these blinders on. Like they have lost so much money. What did we hear? Like they're losing like $1 billion every Tuesday. They are losing so much money from all of these failed projects. Every single project has failed miserably, except like Deadpool and Wolverine. Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to do great. I can see that. But everything is done horrible. Mandalorian and Grogu did just not good. It's going to be on digital by the end of the month. Like that's terrible. That's terrible. Lifelong, diehard Star Wars fans are like, I'm seeing Mandalorian and Grogu popcorn buckets for sale at Walmart in abundance. I have personally never seen that before. I have seen comments where people are like, oh, I've seen that before. Well, I haven't. I have never seen any popcorn buckets available at Walmart before, let alone a Star Wars popcorn bucket. Like they're there and they're available in abundance. Disney has lost trust, has lost so much trust with the fan base. In this very last episode, like episode 4 of X-Men 97 is just Beau DeMayo at his finest. Absolutely beautiful work. He very clearly is the right captain of that ship. But episode 5 takes a turn. There are several things from the series that it's obvious what all Beau's contributions were. They took a show that was a 10 out of a 10 and took it down to like a 7.5, maybe an 8. The structure is just off and it can be confusing. It's not the order and structure that he had planned. Maybe I'll put something up for members. Maybe we'll talk about it Friday. Members only. Scoop for members Friday. How about that? We'll talk about that. Let's talk about the chat. Let's pop in with the chat. Oop. Ensign, deranged lunatic, member of the channel. Remember, members get preferential chat treatment. You mean you didn't see the popcorn bucket at Dollar Tree? Is it at Dollar Tree or are you joking? Like, I mean, I would believe it if it was a Dollar Tree. Lieutenant Van Jeerd is laughing. Lieutenant Carl PG. So basically, Disney is turning a well-known straight character gay. No, Disney would never do that, speaking sarcastically. I think they're taking the temperature. They're dipping their toe in. Or they're doing the whole morph will become Jean Grey for him or something. And they're definitely taking the temperature because the actor who voices Morph has been quoted as saying, you know, I really want Morph to have a romantic interest. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Like, nobody gives two shits about that. Honestly, the only romance any X-Men fans care about is Scott and Jean, to be perfectly honest. Scott and Jean, Gambit and Rogue. There's the only one. And maybe Storm and Forge. That's it. Okay? Wolverine has very specific taste in women. Very specific. Jean Grey, damaged Japanese woman who becomes an assassin. That's how Logan likes his ladies. Japanese and will probably murder you. That's it. Okay? Like, he's like more than straight. Like, he's so straight. Is that you, Sonia? Hey, season 1 was great. Haven't even bothered with season 2. Season 2 is still good. Beau still wrote a lot of it. He was still done. He was done with all the animatics. All the animatics of season 2. Animatics is like your rough sketches. He was finished with the script finished, finalized. He had a finalized script for season 2. He had finalized the episode structure and order for season 2. They were done with the animatics and they were doing animation and were recording the voice actors. So it's still a lot of his work. But the reason why it took 2 years to come out, because they were like, all right, Dad's gone. Let's do whatever the fuck we want. That's what happened. So they went and they moved some things around and they changed some things. And I swear to God, if Larry Houston had a hand in that, I will be so, so hurt. I will be so hurt. You have no idea. I love Larry Houston. Larry Houston means something to me. Like, so hurt. Amari. Hey, people, don't care about Eric and Charles, too. Don't leave them out. Oh, God, don't start. Hey, Sheed, where you been? King T'Challa and Storm. That was, yeah, but that was so brief. That was brief. Listen, I love Forge. Okay. I love Forge. Amputee X-Men. I love him. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, Gambit, and Rogue are my couple I like. Gene Scott Wolverine thing is a big part of why I don't like X-Men. He's so goofy. But yeah, I love Gambit and Rogue. They're like the first superheroes I would draw as a kid. And I had the biggest crush on Gambit. So I named my cat after him. Remy Etienne LeBeau. Scrolling. Hello, Angie. Hello. How are you? I am very excited too. It looks really good. Star Wars question. Do I think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? And you've watched the Maul Shadow Lord. Do I think the pink Twi'lek Devon will become Darth Talon? Oh, I have no idea what Disney's doing with anything these days. Darth Revan. I mean, sure. Why not? Yeah, Keanu would make a good Darth Revan. Why not? And Darth Talon? Maybe. I actually kind of forgot that Shadow Lord happened for a second. Guess it didn't stick with me as much as I thought it did. I hate it when that happens. And I miss Star Wars just being like, grabbing you, like Mandalorian season 1 and 2. It was just like, I gotcha. Gotcha by the imagination, and I'm not letting go. So good. So good. Ha. The best relationship with Wolverine is with himself or Jean. Ah! That's funny. That's so funny. Oh, man, guys. This was a really good one. This was a good one. And I'm telling you, if they want the fans to trust them with X-Men, they're going to have to bring Beau back. He knows what he's doing with X-Men. He loves X-Men. He understands it. And when I ask him about, so what's going on with like Morph and Wolverine? He's like, what do you mean? Wolverine is straight, like straight. And I'm like, I love you. I love you so much. You just, listen, Beau describes himself as chronically gay. Like gay as fuck. And he's not turning it into his freaking fan fiction. Not once did he turn X-Men 97 into his fan fiction. He turned it into X-Men 97. But a big problem, you have with some of these writers who get an opportunity to write these characters is they turn it into their fan fiction, like Russell T Davies and Doctor Who. So it's a concern. It is a big concern. And again, I truly believe if Disney, talking to you, if you want fans to trust you and spend their hard-earned money on movie tickets and streaming subscriptions, there's only one person who has done that for you with X-Men. At least he did better than Bryan Singer. And you guys know I'm right. He's the only person who has adapted X-Men from the comic books since the original animated series who understood them. And we're never, ever, ever going to get it again unless they bring him back with full creative control. Full. Do I like Channing Tatum as Gambit? Disney will reboot the original trilogy because that's all they have. If Disney, where'd it go? If Disney did Night of the Old Republic, it would be like The Acolyte. Oh, yeah, I can't even talk about that anymore. I like Channing Tatum. He's from Louisiana, and it's kind of like the Lobo thing. You know, he worked so hard for that. I mean, Gambit is his character. You know, he loves that character. I like him. I like him as Gambit. I do. Ensign Loki. I really don't care which mutant bangs which. Either. That wasn't why I ever read X-Men comics from its creation to 2005. That's not why I read them either, to be perfectly honest. Other than, Gambit. Carl BG. So Disney fired a gay black man, but claims to support LGBTQ and BLM. You can't make this up. You would think in a company like Disney, he would be safe. It's all surface level. Watch the interview. Watch it. He explains everything. Watch it. It's all surface level. Like with the AI thing. It's all surface level. They want you to watch this hand right here. Like, so you don't see what this hand is doing. And it's not just Disney. It's all of them. It's all of them. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much. Oh, I just remembered an announcement, and it's a big one, and a pretty major one. So there's not going to be a stream tomorrow. Carol can't make it for plot holes and payoffs. And because I've been so busy with writing and the power outage and stuff this weekend, I lost valuable editing time on Big Barda. I decided I was going to take the opportunity to work on the breakdown, if you guys don't mind. I apologize for taking time away from us, but I feel like that really needs to get done. It's a really, really good episode, and I've been promising it for a while, and it needs to get done. And it's, again, Carol can't make it. So, sorry, I have a kitten, and he's so cute, and he's making biscuits on his bed. So tomorrow, no show, but Friday we have our stream, and but we will do our members only watch party in the Discord tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. So don't miss out on that. If you're not a member, make sure you become one so you don't miss out. Or our members only stream on Friday. It's going to be fun because I will have power. And Saturday morning, I'm going to be on Comics Aficionados on Thinking Critical. So don't miss that either. That's going to be a great time. See, there was a couple of announcements that I was just like, so if you want to help support the channel, a great way is by showing up to all of those things, joining as a member of the Nerdling Army, hitting that like button, subscribing if you haven't already, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this comic chaos. And, you know, dropping that big Barda breakdown. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Big Barda breakdown. Big Barda breakdown. Big Barda breakdown. There's also that QR code up there on the screen right there. You can see it. I know you can. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, and you can tip me as little or as much as you want. And all those proceeds go to literally helping me keep the lights on here in the studio. It helps me pay for software, electricity, interwebs, all that fun stuff. So there's that. And don't forget, it's going across your screen right now. Help support. Help support. What am I going to say? Veiled Legacy Book 1, Midwest Gothic. A rural Midwestern family's act of kindness turns into a supernatural home invasion, leaving Emma Hogan to survive the night alone while her twin brother Jimmy has to race against the clock to save his family from forces unknown before they are lost forever. You've got vampires, suspense, action, non-stop action. It's really good. It's got amazing artwork by Evan Scale, edited by Caro Brown. And I really can't wait to put it out there. It is adapted from my novel, One Foot in Darkness, that I wrote 23 years ago. So very excited. And I just need you guys' help. It takes $1, just $1. You go to that link down there, fundmycomic.com/campaign/952/veiled legacy. And it just takes $1 to back the campaign. And you get your name in the back of the book. That's right. For $10, you get your name in the back of the book and a digital copy of the book. For $25, you get your name in the back of the book, a digital copy, and a physical copy. For $50, you get your name in the back of the book, a digital copy, and a custom, personalized, autographed physical copy of the book. My first comic book ever. So go check that out. I just uploaded some stuff today on the campaign, the new bumpers, and of course, all of the thumbnails for the comic cover. Very excited. So check that out. Yay. And of course, you know, the Patreon. You go over to the patreon.com/comicsand. It's the only place where you can get exclusive behind the scenes access to everything going on with Veiled Legacy, the Veiled Legacy universe entirely, because now it's a connected universe with The Last Dance of the Hesperides that I am working on. I did not get to post a vlog last week because we had no power for an entire day and a half, which super sucked. But normally I post a vlog every Friday to let you guys know, like, hold on, I'm still live for the next 5 minutes. Sorry, that was Beau. He said, I'm missing it. How did it go? I was at the gym. So every Friday I normally post a video, let you guys know what I'm doing, what I'm working on, where we're at, where we're going to be. You also get all of the rough sketches, all the thumbnails, line edits from my editors, rough drafts of scripts, like the full script for book 2 is on the Patreon. So, and there's polls. There's always polls. You get to help name things. And it's it's the only place where you can get exclusive Veiled Legacy merch. The only place. You can't get it anywhere else. And I'm about to update it with new stuff. Isn't that cool? I mean, I think so. There are 4 tiers starting as little as $3 a month. So you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Go check it out. If you ever wanted to know how comic books are made, like the process, how grueling it is, how long it is, how mentally anguishing it is, how you want to like question every decision you've ever made since you were 5 years old. There it is right there. Patreon.com/comicstand. Sign up today. I also have Cash App. If you want to Cash App me, you can do that too. It goes straight to me. Merch store, new merch store over at Shopify. You can find us on the Shop app too, comics and official merch. So we've got new merch that I'm very excited about with the new branding, the new logos, all of that stuff. There's even grayscale versions. If you guys are, not comfortable with the pink, and I completely understand if you're not. That's why I made the grayscale version. So check that out. There's also my Amazon store where you can get Ripaverse books. That's my Ripaverse link. I sell Ripaverse at my Amazon store. Yeah. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators, and we are here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you are going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So check out red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 family of podcasts. And everything I have told you about can be found at comics-and.com. I've just updated it. That is my alarm to eat foods. I've just updated it with the new links and the new information, all the updates, like stuff that's going on with me. Like I might be at the Dallas convention. Is it SpaceCon? Is that what it's called? I don't know. But I might be at a convention in September for a day. I might. We'll see. Handing out some stuff. So go check it out. Comics-and.com. You can reach out to me through the website. There's also my portfolio of all my special effects looks, some of my old movie reviews. I haven't really had time to actually write out full-fledged movie reviews lately. And I mean, I haven't gotten any screeners. So, but the merch store is there. All my social links are there. And the campaign is there as well. So if you like, oh my God, I cannot remember how to find her on Fund My Comic. You can remember comics-and.com, can't you? You can get to the campaign through there. Right? Oh, and everything in the merch store, I designed. I've drawn digitally, designed. I've graphic designed or I've drawn. Today, I put in the description. Let's see if I can pull it up. Because I want to show you what I put in the description today. It is, where is it at? It is X-Men themed. It's Rogue. It totally is. And it's a composite kind of vectored painting of Rogue. And I thought it would be a cool item to put in the description to kind of promote today, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily promote, but like spotlight today. So I'm going to pull that up and show you guys real quick. Let me do that. Shall we? StreamYard makes you touch like 1,000 things before you can. So here is the merch store. Oh, isn't she pretty? Merch store. Again, I designed all this. This is all me. This is all me. Yes, Thinking Critically is going to have me. I don't know weekly, but they're going to have me. They wanted to have me on last Saturday, but the power was out and I didn't answer them back fast enough. So they had someone else. This tote changes color. I think that's cool. That's the new t-shirt. It's a ringer tee. I like it. Anyway, focus, Danielle, focus. I'm trying to show today's spotlight merch. This merch store really loves the composite Superman merch, which I drew, painted, digitally painted, whatever you want to call it. But I did that. Those are digital paintings by me. Here it is. I made that. I drew that. And you can find it at the link in the description below. You sure can. I'll drop it in the chat as well, since I can do that here, since I'm in charge. But I think it's super cool. Rogue is definitely one of my favorites. And there's even like t-shirts, dresses if you are ladies or like that sort of thing. There's tumblers, like pint glasses. I think it's right next to it. See? Boom. It's so dope. I really love it. I made that. I drew that. Go me. But if you want to help support the channel, this is an amazing way to do it. It's a great way. But again, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you have an awesome day. I will see you members Friday. I got to get to work. I got to finish this breakdown for you guys. It's not going to edit itself. I mean, no matter what these AI softwares tell you, they still don't edit on their own. And I still can't afford to pay an editor. So I've got to do it myself. But until then, nerds, I've been Danny. You've been pretty awesome. And I will see you in the next one. Make good choices. Be kind to one another. And support Veiled Legacy, Midwest Gothic. All right, guys. Bye.
This is my veiled legacy. Blood on the threshold, fire in me. Sunlight cuts, but I don't break. You took my past, I'll take your fate. I lost everything that night, but I'm still standing on my feet. You made me into something strong. Now you answer to me. Whoa, na 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 na. Whoa.
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!